I always do that. There's old Laughing Raj. Hey everybody, it's old Raj on IMO Reviews. Yeah, I didn't know when I don't know when I'm ever going to be doing these, and tonight's one of the nights. All right, let's get to it. Of course, you can see I'm watching the Peanuts movie, or I just watched the Peanuts movie, and I had a great time. I really, really did. I was very worried that they were going to change this, that they were going to make this really modernized and all kind of like modernized music. There's, I think, two or three songs in here that are updated. They're, but they're not obnoxious. They're like the end credit song and the song at the dance, and I think there's one other one. But all the other ones are Vince Guaraldi, the especially the Linus and Lucy theme, and this movie is just wonderful. It's a perfect throwback to what I grew up watching. All the Charlie Brown specials, the Christmas, the Great Pumpkin. My thing's beeping like I got a phone call. What am I telling you for? I should just think that, and why should I tell you? But anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed this. They really touched on just about every aspect of the Peanuts cartoons and comic strip. They had everything. You got Snoopy and the Red Baron. Excuse me. You got the main story, Charlie Brown falling in love with the little redhead girl, which they actually had a half-hour cartoon about, which I don't remember much of. You got the dance where all the characters are doing the dance like in the Christmas special. The hand out and doing that, and all the little goofy animated dancing that they did. And Pigpen doing his thing, and you see all that. They did all that stuff. They did the football thing at the end. Of course, I knew that was coming. You had to do it, and I was like, come on, they're going to put it at the very end or something. But no, just before the credits, they do the, come on, Charlie Brown, kick the football, I'm not going to move it. And, of course, Lucy moves it. And it was very touching. It was very heartwarming. It was... Oh, and you got the psychiatrist, Lucy being that, and collecting the nickels, and Woodstock, and a little probably if I have to give a criticism, I probably have to say there was a little too much Snoopy, and his story. But it does kind of fit into it. It parallels what Charlie Brown's going through. And yeah, I mean, just the use of all the Vince Guaraldi music, a lot of callbacks to the cartoons, the comic strips. Geez, my first, other than Charlie Brown Christmas and Great Pumpkin, I remember having a lot, at least 8 or 9 paperback books of the Peanuts cartoons, and I believe all those paperbacks were just reprints of the comic strips that were in the newspapers throughout all the years. And my very favorite paperback was probably one of the first, where it showed all the Peanuts characters as very, very, very young kids. I mean, it looked like Charlie Brown was maybe 5 years old, 6 years old. Still looking the same, but they just were all drawn very young. And then they kind of got into Charles Schultz kind of got into an area where all the characters looked the same, and then he continued that look of all the characters throughout now, even throughout the movie. Yeah, out of all the Charlie Brown movies, I'd have to say Snoopy Come Home is my favorite. I remember seeing that at the Marquette Theater on 63rd and Kedzie in Chicago and getting an 8x10 color glossy photo of all the characters holding Snoopy up, like walking with him. And I had the soundtrack, which I love, No Dogs Allowed, and all those other songs. And that soundtrack, to this day, has not been released on CD. I don't even think it was released on cassette. It probably was only on an LP, which I had, and that's long gone. And I've searched the internet looking for MP3s of that. And there are a few out there, but they don't have all the songs. They just have... It's a car, I guess. They only have like maybe 5 of the 8 songs or 9 songs. So I don't know why that's never been released. Anyway, this movie. And then this is in 3D, and I'm watching it in 3D. This is my most recent, this in the heart of the sea are my most recent purchases in 3D. And I decided to watch this one tonight, and a little disappointed with the 3D. I mean, I mentioned in my 3D videos, defending videos, that I grew up looking at the Viewmaster of the Charlie Brown Viewmasters they had, Snoopy versus the Red Baron and things like that, and that they made these little figures and made these little scenes, and they photographed those in 3D, and they were so, like, you can reach out and touch them. They were like little dolls. And here, you know, it's mostly flat. It really is. They should have really pushed the depth and come out of the screen a little more with these characters. There are moments, the Snoopy and the Red Baron flying around moments has some cool depth. It's not as depthful as it should be or could be. And the kite stuff and all the other stuff, it's very, very low medium. It's not what it could have or should have been. It could have been so much better. But anyway, that's neither here or there. In a nutshell, I really like this movie. I thought it was great. I love how nostalgic it was. How there was no characters were twerking, not tweaking, twerking. You know, that's your fear. You're going to take these characters and modernize them, and they're going to be, instead of doing the Charlie Brown dances, they're going to be twerking. No, there's none of that. It's so innocent, it's so perfect, it's so real to what it originally was. And I appreciate that for it. I just wish the 3D was pushed out a little more, and maybe a little less Snoopy and the Red Baron, and the little poodle girl. But all in all, I'll definitely be watching this again. It's a fun movie. There's some really funny stuff in there, and there's a lot of nostalgia in there. That's all I'll say. So that's about it. This is old Roger D on Channel Donstar for IMO Reviews, in my opinion, reviews. It's what I thought of the film, and that'll be it. So until the next one, everybody have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, bye-bye. Wop 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 wop. Good grief.